dancing Shiva, our last sequence, and then we're going to just sit and review and write and then do some restorative if you guys are wanting to get in the swing before the workshop. Okay, so back to our hummingbird. We hug, we reach for our knees, we slide up. Now, if you say hold on to the leg loops, 90% of the people are going to go like this. I'm not sure why. Haven't figured out the brain chemistry of that one yet. Your leg loops are attached to your knees, so this is my cue. Reach for your leg loops as high as you can. Okay? It's going to be an important cue. I'm just going to go like this. If you try to come up without holding onto the leg loops, you don't have any stabilizers. So these are our stabilizers for stability. Bicep curl, try it one more time. So if you have people, 90% of the people have trouble pressing, they can just do little presses. Right? If you can straighten the arms, you sit back. Sit back. So everybody's up here, which is fine. You sit back into it. It's good. Yes, shoulders come right out of the dress. Beautiful. Let's come into our lounge from there. So we're going to bend the right knee, shift onto to the top of the left. Make sure it's above the knee. Good. Now to make it strong, this is great for the shoulder. Press the arm away, fingers pointing up. Right? So this is not the same as this. A lot of people will turn their shoulder down. Rolling the shoulder back. And just let yourself hang. So we square the hip, the left hip to the floor. So roll a little bit more into it. Square. Yeah, that's it. That's it. You have to kind of shimmy onto the top of the thigh. Really good. And if anybody wants to use the floor, if the floor is there, you can always stabilize with the floor. It's no problem. Or you can just pull in and float. Really good, guys. Okay, so we're going to do a little roundabout. Keep holding on. Switch sides. Bend the left. Shimmy onto the top of the right. It is close dependent if the shimmy works. And then thumb, yeah, fingers pointing up. Beautiful. So we get this big lift through the chest. So people like to head dive a lot, right? Encourage them to lift. And you can even pull a little bit with the left arm. Yeah, good job. There it is. You can feel the little adjustments make all the difference. But the stretch is letting the hips expand towards the floor. Great. Okay, we're going to roundabout. We could always do a swagger in the middle there and chillax it out if we need it, but we're coming back into our lunge. Yeah, and make sure we're above the knee. Everybody's happy. And then we're going to go ahead and try for the foot grab. This is how we move into the dancing Shiva. Other side. So we grab inside of the foot, thumb up. A lot of people do this. This is not it. Open the shoulder. You can do some shoulder openers too. And then if you can, you bend. Bend the elbow. Bend the elbow. And come in. If you can balance, that's the full dancing Shiva pose. Oh. Which is nice. You want to lean into it. Lean forward a little bit. Forward is towards me, Connie. Yeah. Not that much. Just lean into it a little bit instead of going back. Yeah, there it is. Good. It's an intense pose. So we're spring-loaded. Again, in the beginner class, this would be only if your folks are nice and happy. If they're complaining in the lunges, then you don't take them further. They can grab the foot, be awfully nice, take down. Yeah, so if you lean forward, then you have your hips square to the ground. If you lean back, yeah, we fall back. And then if you can, bend the elbows, slide in, nice hook. Mantras. You do like, okay. And one hip will be different. Square your hip to the ground. That's the sound most people will make. Okay, let's come on back. Before we do flying arrow and Hanuman, let's reset. Reset the hips. Hello, hips. Thank you, hips. Quads hold a lot of energy, right? So we give them time. Relax back down. Fantastic. Okay. So, if you're dealing with people with really tight hips, they tend to get very agitated in these poses. There's something about the hips that hold agitation. So we spread everything out. Just try spreading the leg loops out from the knee. And the legs tend to be stagnant and sensitive for people who have tight hips too. So we give them more surface area. So it's not going to stay perfectly, but spread them out as much as you can. And then when you pull yourself forward, it feels a little bit better. Holding onto the leg loops. Always. Leg loops. Now if you try to shift, you're not going to have as much space to shimmy, but you can kind of pull the outer edge of the leg loops away. Yeah, so try pulling it away, because otherwise you just pulled it down. So if you pull the outer edge of it away, so reach, yeah, both of them if you can. Oh, yeah. I just grabbed like a handful and then I kind of push and pull in the space. There you go. Yeah, see if that feels a little bit better. Here we go, up and over. Maybe we'll bunch a little. And then see if you can lean back. It just makes it a little bit easier to do the lunges. Lean back and then just roll on. Practice. Yeah, grab the back edge and just push it away. Nice. Push and pull in the space a little. I usually don't do the leg grab from here because if they have trouble with the hips, we don't need to tease them like that, but it is possible to grab from there. So we can spread the leg loops out from the knee to the upper thigh, just like we spread the leg loops out from the ankle all the way up to the calf. So we're going to go through our dancing Shiva one more time, last pose into our flying arrow and Hanuman. For those with tight hips, this is not their favorite pose, but you have to show the one or two people in class what you can do with it. So we're going to bend the right knee, go onto the top of the left thigh. There's an easy way and there's a hard way. If we grab the foot, it's much harder. If we don't grab the foot, it's easier. Okay? So just grab the foot and we'll try it. Okay? Bow and arrow is when you press the front one away. Nice. Like you're spring loaded. Good job, guys. Nice. Hanuman is when you grab for the toes. The toes will seem really, really far.
Wow, that's close.
An easier way to do, I know. They're like, get up here, little toes. Come back. The easier version is to do it with straight legs. So Hanuman with straight legs. You can kind of lift the lips so you can release the back.
Here you go.
Yeah. There you go. And sometimes it'll seem a little closer. There it is.
If I reach through it, then I can do it.
Good. And then you can lean. Just like so. And then when we do bow and arrow here, we can stretch the front. And then we can stretch the back. Stretch the front. Stretch the back. And we get into seesaw. Stretch the front. Stretch the back. Which is kind of fun when you do performance stuff. Whee! Isn't that great? Our first little flying pose. And then we'll try in midair to wrap around the boat and come to second side. Ooh. Yeah. Nice. So bow and arrow, front. It's a nice stretch for the shoulders. Kind of control how much swing you have. And then of course Hanuman, the easy way, we're going to reverse it. Hanuman made easy. Everyone's like, yeah, right. So release the back foot and try it. Yeah, you might be able to get a little further. You can do this. And then dancing Shiva. So now we're getting into the quad stretch. Flying arrow that way. That way. Yeah, and then I hook it. Yeah, good. Flying arrow. Such an amazing stretch though. If you can, once you get there, it just feels really good. Nice. And then Austin. You can grab for your calf. Because if you flex your foot back, you'll get there. It'll just pull it up. Because this is what we're stretching. So it's not the front leg that has any trouble bending. It's the what's happening here that's stopping us from going all the way down. Really good, guys. So that's 1 through 4. So Chillaxin is our #1 relaxation pose. Let's come back to our swagger. Just enjoy the swing. Dancing Shiva is completely extra. You know, but the lounging, the lunges are super important for opening up the hips. Getting the quad stretches are really helpful. But hummingbird and all that, they're a little bit more dynamic strengthening, so just add that in kind of closer to the end of class. All right, do all of that from this high diver position for people with really tight hips. You can do one leg at a time. Lunge. This is a really tough position for a lot of people, so I work with 80-year-olds, you know. So coming into the lunges like this, bring them through, one leg at a time, so they can ground out. At least allows them to get into some lunge poses and push away, which feels really good. Thanks. Yeah. And I like anything that kind of cuts into the tightness, so it's starting to kind of traction and loosen that up. So that makes this available sometimes. So if somebody's really struggling, just say, it's okay, we'll just come up to the high diver. And it's a fun name, so it doesn't make them sound like they're going back to kiddie school. All right, come out, always hug, stay seated.
You get called the whole lunch dinner. I was trying.
One at a time, make sure you're using your core. Stay seated, really important. Second side. Most people will try to jump around with one leg loose still on standing, and it's the only time that I feel like people are dangerous. So we just bring them right back through, we reverse it through our sumo squat. You guys remember this is called sumo? Hold on to the swing, walk it up, pendulum swing up. Very nice. We have 15 minutes to sit down and go over things and write and ask questions. So let's utilize that time and then